In 3, 2, 1.
7 things you probably didn't know you need to know. I'm Jamie East and this is the Smart 7.
Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday the 19th of August and it's World Humanitarian Day. And a big happy birthday to Bill Clinton, Christina Perry, Melissa Fumero and Matthew Perry.
7.
Matt Lavish Holidays Hancock has announced a reorganisation of Public Health England to put 3 organisations into one new one, the National Institute for Health Protection.
So today I'm announcing that we're forming a new organisation, the National Institute for Health Protection. The National Institute for Health Protection will have a single and relentless mission, protecting people from external threats to this country's health. External threats like biological weapons, pandemics, and of course, infectious diseases of all kinds.
And he's announced that Dido...
It's not so bad.
No, not that one. Baroness Dido Harding, who's currently running the world-class track and trace operation, will be appointed to run the whole thing.
6.
In the States, the bipartisan US Senate Intelligence Committee just published the final part of their blockbuster Russia report. It's a brisk 966 pages long, and it comes to the conclusion that the Russians were absolutely interfering in the 2016 US election, and that Donald's campaign team were happy to get the help from WikiLeaks and through recently convicted and pardoned Roger Stone. Here's MSNBC analyst Ken Delanian.
What we have here today is a bipartisan report signed off on by some of Trump's closest allies in the Senate, John Cornyn, Tom Cotton, which says, we assess that Donald Trump did in fact talk to Roger Stone about his outreach to WikiLeaks and the gatherings of these emails and what he was up to, even though Donald Trump told Robert Mueller that he didn't recall speaking about that at all. And now he said he didn't recall, right? So the report cannot accuse him of lying. They don't know his state of mind. But it paints a picture of so many contacts that it beggars belief.
5.
As the Democrats' convention continues online with Joe Biden officially confirmed as the presidential nominee, Donald has been keeping busy. While at an event to honour 100 years since women got the right to vote, he had to have a go at Michelle Obama. Maybe because she said this.
Donald Trump is the wrong president for our country. He is clearly in over his head.
But no, he's not upset. No, not a bit. Move on. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, no, she was over her head. And frankly, she should have made the speech live, which she didn't do. She taped it. And it was not only taped, it was taped a long time ago because she had the wrong deaths. She didn't even mention the vice presidential candidate in the speech. And, you know, she gets these fawning reviews. If you gave a real review, it wouldn't be so fawning. I thought it was a very divisive speech, extremely divisive.
Correcting her because the coronavirus death rate keeps climbing on your watch. Is that the win you think it is, mate?
4.
Talk show host and comedian Ellen DeGeneres continues to fight for her career. 3 senior show producers have been fired, and she apologised to her staff over a Zoom call following claims of racism and sexual misconduct. She's apologised for quite a lot this year, making jokes about quarantine being like prison, and again in June while calling out racism and discrimination without mentioning the behaviour on her show.
I have a platform and I have a voice, and I have always stood for equality. I have always wanted to be the voice for people who felt like they didn't have a voice, because I know what that feels like. And maybe you don't agree with how it's coming out, but you have to understand it. And then we can heal it.
3.
Last night's first Champions League semi-final saw RB Leipzig definitively beaten by French superstars PSG 3-0. Tonight Bayern face French minnows Lyon in the second semi. Meanwhile, Barcelona president Josep Maria Bartomeu announced that Ronald Koeman will be the new Barcelona manager and that Lionel Messi will remain part of the Barcelona project. Former Man City player and Dutch international Nigel de Jong is disappointed to see Koeman leave his job as coach of the Netherlands.
He's the national team coach, so we're fairly disappointed in Holland because he's created such a great team with so many players that are closely in their prime, a young team. He's building towards that European Championship that's coming up next year, also towards the World Cup. And we're fairly disappointed that he's going to make that decision. But at the other hand, it is his own decision. He's mature enough to make that decision, and we don't know what happened behind the scenes, what Barcelona promised him.
This one is straight out of the Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory playbook. A village in Switzerland found itself covered in chocolate snow. That's a lot different and better than yellow snow, though. There was a malfunction in the air conditioning unit at the Lindt factory in the small Swiss town of Olten, and suddenly the place was being sprinkled with cocoa powder. Disturbances at the chocolate factory? You know what that means. Look out for those golden tickets.
Mr. Wonka?
I am extraordinarily busy, sir.
I just wanted to ask about the chocolate. The lifetime supply of chocolate for Charlie. When does he get it?
He doesn't.
Why not?
Because he broke the rules.
What rules?
You stole fizzy lifting drinks. You bumped into the ceiling, which now has to be washed and sterilized, so you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Angelina Jolie appeared on Irish TV yesterday on the 6 o'clock show, which is basically Ireland's version of This Morning, except it's on in the evening. They're not big on mornings, I guess. She was promoting her new movie, The One and Only Ivan. They asked her about what she got up to during lockdown, and it was a really specific question.
Now, Angelina, you're a mother to 6, so I have to ask you what the lockdown experience has been like. Were you like the rest of us? Were you at home recreating TikTok dances and baking banana bread?
No, nobody in my house has TikTok, but we've been together doing a lot of other strange things. A few tried the bread making. A lot of puzzles, a lot of games, a lot of, repeat of The Office.
This has been the Smart 7. Be smart, wear a mask. We've got an Alexa skill now, so enable us and then just say, Alexa, play the Smart 7. We're back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Like and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.